What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and it's been a minute since we've talked about Dokkan Battle, and let's talk just real quickly about part 2 of this event, because I'm going to be real, I didn't expect this to have a part 2, even though there were a lot of things that said part 1. Part 1's like, been a week of dryness. This game has been pretty dry. Let's just be real here. I know big success rates have been up. We got the Kayfla gacha, but even her gacha is just kind of like, eh. New levels of Dragon Ball history were pretty hype. Ultimate Clashes, it's the thing. We get that all the time now. Now, starting from Sunday, the God level intensive training is coming back. We have now learned that there's quite a bit more to this. We're getting new stories. We're getting all of this. That's happening next week. But if we go to the news here, we just got news that we are getting a double legendary campaign between Global, or I say double, but legendary campaign that's going to be active on both Global and JP at the same time for the free-to-play LR Hercule. So hopefully you have him completely farmed up. If not, go to the Friend Summon and farm him up. Remember, we did say that there might be a new LR coming in the friend points. This kind of really makes that very, very feasible. The legendary campaign for him will basically give us a bunch of Dragon Stones and a bunch of other stuff, so make sure you get that done. It's real easy to do. Like, it takes an afternoon. It's really not that long. Okay? Now, those who have recruited Extraordinary Friendship Hercule will to their team by 8/19. So this looks like it's going to actually happen next week. It's going to happen a week from yesterday, in fact. So 10 Dragon Stones when the campaign begins. Okay, you can still obtain the rewards even if he is reversed in a reverse state. Okay, just like any other legendary campaign, it's the usual stuff. So go ahead and take advantage of that and make sure you get it done now. During the campaign, you'll exchange the Awakening Medal, this championship belt, which is required for the Dokkan Awakening 5 times per day in the Baba Shop. So, in other words, if you're not familiar with how that works, let's go to the Baba Shop real quick. I believe, yeah, Zenny. So instead of 3 times right now, you can do it 5 times a day during the event, so you can get it pretty quickly. Now remember, we do have, I believe it's exactly 2 weeks from today, if I recollect, that 350 mil is dropping for both Global and JP. So these kinds of things are not going to be around terribly long. Okay? Update 4.11, I believe this is actually dropping on Sunday, if I understand correctly. And this is going to bring the new Link skill update. Notice what they're doing. They're getting us a lot of stuff to catch up with what JP has. So this is pretty hyped. If you've been following my damage tests, we're going to redo all of our LR damage tests. And in fact, do some of the LR damage tests that have been sandbagging and I never got a chance to get out. When the Link skill update drops, we're going to talk about all of that. It's going to be hype. Okay? Link skill update basically allows you to manually level up each Link skill. And it is super, super important. You want to pay close attention to that. Okay? The Dokkan, the Red Dragon Stone, the Purple Dragon Stone, they're going away this weekend, so make sure you get those taken care of ASAP. I'll release a whole separate video on that because I'm still deciding what I'm going to do with it. Same with the fifth anniversary coins. I just spent all those earlier today. Now, interesting point. The 55 summon tickets, you can now drop those individually. Didn't make a video on that because I didn't think it was too horribly important, but if you didn't manage to get all 55, congratulations, and now you can do single summons on them. Okay. Also, make sure you've done your player survey, all that stuff. Now, here's a fun one: Explosive Chain Battle. We have confirmation. I believe this is actually dropping on Sunday, and this is really, really important to do. This is going to give you tons of those skill orbs. Like if you were like me, you didn't get anything worth a damn off of Whis in the the Whis event where it drops skill orbs. Sometimes you fought Beerus, but even then, half the time I got like a silver orb. This gives you way, way better items. Like, better than that event by a huge margin. You should be doing Explosive Chain Battle. Now, basically what this is, if you play Danmachi with this is basically Dokkan's version of Record Buster. This, more or less, you require units that stack their attacks and maybe add attack to other units. We're going to go over all this in a lot more detail. There's a lot of videos out there about this right now. This is really, really, really hype. And this is just a great way to get tons and tons and tons of skill orbs. Everything's ranked. Everything is really dependent on your personal attributes, not like RNG or anything like that. This really comes down to the teams you can build. So really get excited for this and start thinking, what units do I have that can do the most damage? Or what units do I have that can basically encourage other units to do more damage? Or encourage, can stack attack almost indefinitely to get a crazy amount of damage. I can tell you right now, the 2 new LRs, if you have them, they should be pretty ridiculous for this, I believe, if I understand how this works properly. So that is exciting. Now, the one thing they haven't put in here, and the one thing that I suspect will be dropping hopefully on Sunday, but they haven't advertised it yet, Extreme Super Battle Road should be coming soon. If not this weekend, I expect it no later than next Thursday, but it might drop a little bit later. But Extreme SBR has been in the database. Basically, we've seen the medals for it. Everything's translated. Everything's good to go. My understanding of that is correct. Maybe there's waiting for 1 or 2 things. But Extreme Super Battle Road basically takes the first levels of Super Battle Road and takes them to the next level. Really makes them that much harder, that much more exciting, and you could finally easy A the LR from that event. So there is a ton that is coming to Dokkan between now and the 350 mil celebration. They almost have to drop that. I don't guess they don't technically have to, but it's been in the database since, I want to say, like the beginning of 5th anniversary. So personally, I was expecting that in part 2 or part 3 of the anniversary, and it never happened. I really thought they were going to add that in there, because I believe it happened during Golden Week. If memory serves, I believe it happened during Golden Week, which followed the anniversary and actually included the Kefla Gacha, the one that we just got here, in that event. So I suspect heavily we're going to be getting that very soon. So if you're worried like I am that part 1 was kind of dry and maybe this was a big cooldown leading up to the 350 mil, 350 mil will be dropping right at 2 weeks if my recollection is correct. That means start preparing today. Start saving Dragonstones. It's time to leave this banner completely alone and save every Dragonstone you've got. Because if I believe Sunday is the last day that Dragonstones are counted anyway, so cut it out. Don't spend any more. Save, save, save. She'll be back. She'll be featured on more banners here coming up shortly. And at that point, you can buy her out of the shop for all that matters. So, time to start focusing on 350 mil. The game is about to get really exciting, and there's going to be a lot to do for the next couple of weeks. So, start preparing. I think I've decided we are going to start doing very special live streams for when these types of things drop, because I've noticed you guys really want that, and maybe our regular schedule isn't working. So stay tuned. We might amend our stream schedule a little bit in regard to that. But for now, the desert will be gone here really soon, and we'll talk more about each one of these features as they get closer to dropping. But Chain Battle is exciting. Chain Battle is going to give you tons of skill orbs. The Extreme SBR, that's going to be more Dragonstones. We'll do whole videos on each one of those to talk about how to beat those. Most people should have teams that can at least challenge that, though it is going to be more difficult. You should have teams that can challenge it, if nothing else. And then, of course, what was the other one? Extreme Super Battle Road. Yes, Legendary Campaign. That is super simple. That comes out of the friend points. So start preparing for that now. Just go do your friend summons and you'll be ready to go. For now, that is the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments section. This is just a little bit of news. Obviously, we also got first rank in Luxembourg. I don't think that's... I mean, we got 7 Dragonstones out of that. It's not the end of the world, so... And yes, I did spend money. I didn't get crap for it, so... It's a thing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But save, save, save. 350 mils coming up, and I'm sure we'll get first place in 350 mil when that happens as well. So, there's, I mean, really no question about that. People are going to be going ham on that. If you haven't seen my video on it, we know the units. That should be in the comments section down below if I remember to do it, which I probably don't. It's a thing. I'm going to try to remember. I'm going to try to remember because I'm really bad at that. For now, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anything I missed? Because I know there's going to be a lot. It's going to be very busy for the next 2 weeks, and then 350 mil is going to be hyped. So get ready. Let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, share, and I'll be back with more Dokkan Battle here very soon.